Hello, NXL faithful. It's K1 again. Now, today is going to be a little bit different today. So, as you can see, we're going to get the final piece of the June costume, but also we're going to get the first of a new Monster Hunter costume and the second of Ibuki's costume. So, we're going to pull back to back to back fights today. So, let's go ahead and get started with June. Okay, so today's fighting game topic today is guest characters. So, if you haven't heard, Geralt from the Witcher series is going to be in Soul Calibur 6, which is really an interesting thing because, like, I did not think of Geralt anywhere. Like, seriously, like, out of nowhere. I mean, if you remember correctly, crap. Okay, take that. Good. Oh, come on. Oh! Got him.
Jury wins.
Okay, so that is the Mountain Gym to get costume. Chun-Li, June.
Ready.
Sorry for the small little bit of silence. Mic timed out for a minute, but I'm back. So, now as I was stating, so Geralt is in Soul Calibur 5. And this got me thinking on the topic of guest characters. Now, we've been seeing guest characters in a lot of fighting games over, like, the course of a few years now. Like Mortal Kombat did, like in their first one with Mortal Kombat 9, we had Freddy Krueger as one that really kicked it off, and then when we had Mortal Kombat X, we had Jason, we had the Xenomorph Alien, we had the Predator, and then we had Leatherface. So, you know, they were good. I mean, except Leatherface. He really was the one that got me by surprise. Now, it's a mixed bag when it comes to guest characters. For me, if the guest character matches who or what the game's about, I can understand that. Simply why you had Jason and Freddy in a Mortal Kombat because they had to be violent. They had to be monsters. They had to do the fatalities famous from the movies. You know, that worked for the Xenomorph as well. You know, it worked for Leatherface still. I mean, I just believe we could have got something better. But then we think about certain other types of characters when it comes to anything else in guest games as guest characters.
Ready.
So back to the guest character situation. So Noctis was also announced for Tekken 7 along with Geese later down the line, and he comes out in like 5 days on the 20th. So I'm fine with that because Final Fantasy and Tekken, that's definitely a good match. I could see some definite thing. Now, the biggest thing, I won't lie, is they did know how to surprise us. When we had Injustice, we had the biggest surprise for guest characters came in the form of the Ninja Turtles, which I was not complaining when you get to play as all 4 turtles. So that got people really excited. So definitely not complaining about that. But now the biggest thing is, when are guest characters too much? Now, people have argued this for a while now, saying that, well, guest characters hold up spots for characters that should get their own spot, which is mainly came from the Mortal Kombat because most people wanted like certain classic characters. You know, Rain. I myself wanted Fujin in MKX, which I hope he gets in MK11. Putting that out there, NetherRealm. Give my boy Fujin some love. But then it's like when are the guest characters more of a hindrance than a help? Because you look through all the fighting series, like Street Fighter, I'd say that really mainly the Final Fight characters, not Haggard, not like Cody or Guy. Abigail, I have to say, was a hindrance. I say we could have got someone better because Poison and Hugo technically are better than that. Then we look to like Blaze Blue coming out with Ruby being mainly. I mean, she's not really a guest character, but like her series is part of the main thing. And we know all of Team Ruby's getting in there, but they are kind of the guest characters because then the final 2 members are coming in as free DLC. So you got to put that there, but that's not gonna hurt that's not gonna hurt anybody because there are a lot of Ruby fans who play games, and of course this is gonna give their anime series another spike and help Rooster Teeth. And I know Rooster Teeth loves helping out other companies and stuff, so that's more help. And when we get into Marvel vs. Capcom, I mean, that game is technically made up of guest characters, so we can't really put that in the back burner. Injustice, we had heroes and villains. We had, like, Hellboy definitely was a shock, but it makes sense. Hellboy's technically an anti-hero. He's literally the embodiment of the devil, but he helps people. Even though I probably would go more Constantine just to fill up that supernatural light. And then, of course, I just said the Ninja Turtles, which was definitely a kickback to the 90s, so that's all right. But when it comes to guest characters, what do you think? Do you think, like, they're just a good way for studios to share, depending on what the character is, or do they take up spots for other, more important characters? So share in the comments below. Once again, that's just my 2 cents. Now, before I sign off, just one more thing just popped into my head. Now, I would not mind seeing guest characters in other games, racing games, not just fighting games. Like, let's say Crash Team Racing gets a remastered, then I definitely want to see, like, Spyro, Croc, Gex the Lizard. Definitely somebody from, like, Sony's past. And that kind of thing. So, like, I say guest characters help more than they hindered. It just depends on the type of game and what slot they take up. But once again, that was all 3. So as you can see, we got all of June's costume. We got 1 of the new Monster Hunter costume. And 2 of Ibuki's costume. So remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned to NeedExtraLife for more of these videos. Once again, this is your boy K1. Have a good day.